Hey guys, I see your comments. My monitor's over there. We've had some technical difficulties. I am flying solo today. Normally my producer Lori is here with me, but I wanted to give her a Saturday off. So Tony is monitoring the live stream, and I'm really excited to invite you to come behind the scenes while I do my sister's makeup for her 44th birthday. Just in case you're wondering what's happening, her birthday is Mexico themed.
It is.
It's a Mexican fiesta. How are you all doing? Say hi in the chat. Are you guys still here? Thank you so much for being here. Yay! We see everyone here. Let me say hi. Oh, Jen is here. Hey, Jen. If you guys have questions, Tony is monitoring the live chat. He'll pop up the questions and ask them, and then we can address them as we go along, okay? So I'm so excited for you to be joining me today. Thank you for waiting. We were doing the hair. Should we show them your hair?
Sure.
Okay, you have to see her hair, you guys, for her Mexican party.
Here.
Look how fun.
You got a happy birthday.
Oh, look at how fun for her Mexican fiesta. So she has very curly hair, like very tight ringlets. So I had to straighten it all. That kind of contributed a little bit to being late and doing all this fun ribbon work because we really wanted to make it like as thematically accurate as we could. What do you guys think? Isn't it fun? Here comes Sid. Oh, we're getting lots of happy birthdays. Thank you guys. Happy birthday from Orlando. That's Caitlin. Thanks, Caitlin. I love your hair. Is beautiful. Aw, Jen, you're so sweet. She has a Mexican party dress too that she didn't bring.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
After she's in full glam and we get her all dressed and ready, I will post a picture on the community board. And the whole house is decorated in Mexican theme. So it's going to be so fun. So I'll post that on the community board in case you're curious to see like her final look. Okay. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cleanse the skin. And I find one of the best ways to cleanse the skin when you are doing like a pre-makeup application that's not going to leave any residue is with micellar water. So the micellar water that I'm using today is the Garnier one. This one's really nice. It's for oily, sensitive skin. My sister's skin isn't oily, but I find that a micellar water like this isn't going to leave an oil residue, which can break down the makeup later. So we're going to start with that. We also did a little Ziip Halo about 10 minutes ago. Do you want to tell them about Ziip?
Ziip uses microcurrents and it like helps you tone and lift your face, and it's absolutely amazing. So I just did it on the like base setting. When you turn it on, it goes to a 3-minute setting. So I did 3 minutes on each side of my face because I'm extra, even though you should do 3 minutes on your full face.
You can't do it more than once though, especially if you want like an immediate lift.
Yeah. And then I did one side and this side looked like all beautiful and glowy and lifted, and this side looked all sad. So then I did that side. So now I look normal.
Yeah, Ziip is really cool because it has microcurrents and nanocurrents. Microcurrents, you see an immediate lifting effect because it actually targets the muscles. So when you're doing your Ziip Halo, say you're going to a party like my sister today, she wants to look really good and we wanted to give her a lot of lift for the eye makeup look. We really targeted that lift with the microcurrent, and then nanocurrent you see over time. So if you're using it for 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, you'll start seeing this glow from within, and that's because of the nanocurrent. So Ziip is pretty cool. I was going to do it on camera, but I thought, you guys, this is going to take forever if we're doing a Ziip Halo treatment. So she did it for me while I was doing her hair in the bathroom. But if you guys are looking for a at-home device and like I don't want to say anti-aging, a pro-aging at-home device that's going to help with texture, glow, lift, firmness, Ziip Halo is probably my favorite of all the at-home devices.
It has a really great acne treatment section to it too, which helps breakouts before. You can feel like a tingling sensation if you're going over an area that's about to break out. And it really helps you not break out and have clear skin. I love that.
Yeah, it does. This acne part is great. Yeah. So to prep her skin after I cleanse with the micellar water, I am using the Tatcha Longevity Memory Cream. Have you guys ever tried this?
No.
Oh, this is incredible. So look at the texture of it. It's almost like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it has a bit of like a pudding texture. I reviewed this recently for my most beautiful makeup in the world video, or most beautiful beauty products in the world. Tatcha is a really beautiful line of skincare. They're inspired by Japanese beauty rituals. So they take a lot of the rituals and the ingredients from, you know, traditional Japanese beauty, and they bring it into the mainstream market. And their products are phenomenal. Very expensive, but really amazing. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me okay? How are they doing over there, Tom?
Good. Lots of happy birthdays. We got some pies from Quebec too.
Ooh,
Nice.
Canada.
I lived in Montreal for 10 years. Hi.
You guys, do you want me to zoom in on her? Then you won't see me, but really it's not about me, right? Do you want to see it in a little bit more detail? We've got a good turnout right now. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. That's so nice. Do they want me to zoom in, Tom?
No one's saying so yet.
Okay, if you want me to zoom in, let me know. It will help you see a little bit better, but then I will be out of frame, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's not about me today. Okay. All right, so we just did, I always like doing moisturizer on the neck as well as the face, okay? Because there is nothing worse. I get this comment a lot in my videos. How does your neck and your décolleté look so nice? It's because for me, makeup doesn't stop here. I bring everything down, including prep products, because you need the whole base from the face all the way down to be seamless. That's how you can get something to look really impressive.
We're asking your sister's name, and we've gotten some requests to Zoom, please.
Oh, okay, we're gonna zoom. Can you tell them your name? I'm gonna zoom.
My name's Carolina. Hi. I've been in other videos before, but a while ago. And I tend to be a little crazy on camera, so thank you for being here and putting up with my shenanigans.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's as close as we're gonna get, you guys, okay?
If you need to later, I can step into the frame so you can really see it close up.
That's right. She can step in. Okay. So this is kind of unconventional, but what I like to do is I actually like to do, hi. I like to do the brows before I do anything else. And the reason for that is because I gel the brows to create a really fluffy effect. I find the days of the blocky brows are over. We did that in 2018. We're moving on. We're looking for a feathery brow. And in order to get a feathery brow, we do need a brow glue. But putting brow glue on top of foundation can sometimes make the foundation pill and look a little bit funny. So I always like to start with the brows, which I know is abnormal for most people. So what I typically do is I try to get rid of a little bit of that skincare in the brows. Okay.
Oh, I never do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I actually learned it in an advanced makeup class and I never forgot it because it really does make a difference. So there's a few things that we can do. Now, she needs to be filled in here. She doesn't have super dense brows, but we want to do it in a way that's not blocky. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by, okay, so this is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. Love this brow pencil. And it is in soft black. She has black hair. So I find when I do anything that's too warm brown on her, it looks off. So we are doing a soft black. So don't be afraid of this because you can go light-handed and you will not look too blocky. So I'm going to start, see here in the middle of the brow, I'm going to actually fill in the middle, moving over into the sides to create more definition. And you can see that I'm doing feathery strokes, and that's going to give me a little bit of a base to work with, but it's not going to look like a blocky 2018 brow because that's just not the vibe anymore. That's just not the brow vibe.
You guys, last time I was on my sister's channel, she shaved my eyebrows.
What? When? Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, because you said I didn't pluck it well enough, so she went in with a shaver.
That's right.
It was terrifying.
That was a long time ago. That was back in the day.
Guess who plucked at her eyebrows this time?
Good job. You still have some residual ones here.
Yeah,
but
thanks
we'll
a
get
lot.
those after. So if you guys notice, I'm doing little hair-like strokes, and then I'm taking the spoolie and I'm softening it out. Maybe we'll do one brow at a time so you guys can really get a feel for how that is coming together.
Some people do their brows last.
I know, a lot of people do. And if you're not using a brow gel that's a strong hold, you're okay to do your brows last. It's just because we're going to be using a really sticky brow gel, and that's going to become problematic when we're also working with foundation. So now that we have that shape kind of sketched in, now this is what I like to do. Okay, one little tip I have for you with brows. As we get older, this was a mistake that Hi. I'm very tall. People are surprised by how tall I am when they see me in real life. I'm taller than I look on camera. So what people, and a mistake that I was making and that people make often is they will follow this brow hair tail down. But as we get older, everything's already falling down. So we actually want it to be lifted here. That's why we get Botox here to lift this, right? We can create that same illusion by not carrying the brow hair down. Okay, so you have some hairs here that are actually dragging the brows down a little bit. So we're gonna just take those off.
Carolina, you have a lot of birthday messages.
Thank you. You guys are the best.
Callie, Janice, thank you.
Oh, you
Wanda.
guys are so sweet.
Lots of love too.
Okay, so after we got a little bit of the shape there, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. So this is nice. It's like a dual wand. We have like a really thin, skinny side and a thicker, like a more widespread side. So I like to go in with the thin side because that's going to really control the hairs and kind of get them exactly where we want them to be. And this is a funny product because when you first put it on, it seems like a low hold, but over time it's going to adhere more and more and it's going to become a really firm hold. And so that's, you know, going to allow us to create more of a feathery brow effect. So you always want to do your brow pencil and then you can go in with the brow gel. And I also like to make sure that the brows are lifted, but that they don't look too spiky. The younger girls are wearing their brows really spiky and laminated. And, you know, I think it can look really nice, but it looks, sometimes I feel like a little bit costumey. And I think it's going to become outdated. It's going to be
not at all like my hair right now.
Not at all like her hair. No costume look here today. You can't squish your hair.
Yeah, Gabby, how long does it take you to style your hair?
My hair?
It says your new hairstyle is very nice. I'd love to get it, but
I'm taking over.
You said it takes time to style.
My hair, I have like 5 pieces of hair on my entire head. It takes me 15 minutes, 20 minutes max when I use Velcro rollers, but I have like no hair. I only have the illusion of thick hair because I use a lot of volume products. I set it with rollers. I do all of these fancy tricks. Actually, how I got my hair like this, that video is tomorrow. So tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to know the tricks to get your hair looking like this, that video is coming out tomorrow. So it's a really nice look. And honestly, it's very easy. It looks full, but I have like no hair, so it's very fast. It's actually easier than styling my bob from before. All right, so turn towards me here. Okay, let me see if they can see your brows. Okay, so just lift your face up a little bit. So we're gonna go in here. We're gonna sketch out that shape. You guys, what you don't see behind the scene is that my mom is here, my nephew is here, my dad is here, Tony's here. It's like a full family live stream today. Okay, so we are sketching little hair strokes. Do you guys have any questions about brows while I work away on this?
They love the feather brows.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, brows have really changed in the last few years, you know. In every era of history, there is a different brow. In the 50s, we had a really peaked brow with a really peak here in the arch, which is beautiful, the Marilyn Monroe brow. In the 60s, we had a very natural brow where you couldn't even really see any makeup on it whatsoever. It was just completely natural, very unkept. That was a great brow too. And then we had, of course, the 90s, which was like a little blob with a pencil skinny. We've all suffered. I don't need to explain the 90s brows. We've all suffered with the 90s.
Still recovering.
Anyone in this era knows how much we messed up our brows in the 90s.
Are either of your brows microbladed?
Okay, you want to go first?
So I have microbladed my brows, but like at this point over 12 years ago, so there's nothing left. So no, not anymore.
Yeah,
Can you get a close-up of it?
Oh yeah, okay. We need to come closer, huh, guys? Hold on. Let's rearrange ourselves here. Let's rearrange. I'm as close as I can be. Here, why don't you stand up for one quick sec? I'm gonna get closer so the whole
I think
makeup
it
is
does.
easier.
Can you see them now?
They're not done yet. Sit down again. Let's see if I can get. Oh, that's the mic.
I'm just hitting everything on set here today.
The only problem is that we might have to hold on, guys. Sorry. I need my producer here.
My brows are not sisters. They're cousins living in different states.
I feel that way too, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a little better. I think you guys can see her a little better now, huh? Okay, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use that Anastasia brow gel again on this side, and then this, I'm gonna show you how to make it actually look really amazing. This is very basic, you know, if she's going to work, whatever, this is fine. A little brow pencil and a little gel is good. But if we wanna really elevate it, let me just move this microphone over so that you're not.
Can you provide your thoughts on microblading?
I can provide my thoughts on microblading. Okay, let me just explain this first. So this is the Glossier Brow Flick. What this is, it's a pen that, it's gonna be hard to catch focus on that, but it's a very skinny little pen, okay? This is really nice for sketching in individual hairs. And when we do this, this is when we get that really natural fluffy look. So just turn this way. So I always like to start here on the outside and I follow the direction of the hair growth. Okay, so if the hair is growing this way, I'm going to follow that direction and I'm going to fill it in. This is almost going to give it like a 3D brow effect. Now, when we get to the front, we have to be careful so we don't make it look really unnatural because we want the front to be a little bit softer than the tail and then the middle, okay? So when we get to the front, we want to just graze the skin, graze it, graze it, graze it, and build up that 3D brow effect. Now, this is also why you want to do this before foundation, because sometimes when you have your foundation on, you can't really get this to adhere very well, okay? Now here, the hairs actually grow down. So if you want to fill in this section, you want to cross the hairs by going in a downwards direction. And this is also in like a soft black color, which is perfect for her. Okay, so this is my thoughts on microblading while I do. See, now the brows look three-dimensional. Do you see that? Whereas before they looked a little bit sketched. Now they look like they're three-dimensional, like there's actual real hairs. The density has increased. So let me tell you about microblading. So this is the thing. I think it can be amazing, but I also think it can be a disaster. And I've seen more disasters than amazing. And this is why. So I have my brows done with nano strokes. So it is a tattoo that's done one hair at a time. If you go too blocky in the brows, it can look very, very outdated and very aging. I also find that it's not permanent and you have to be aware of that. It is a tattoo on your skin. So what happens with tattoos? They get cooler with time, right? So something that looked brown is suddenly, after 3-4 years, gonna look gray. And then you have to get it removed by laser and you have to redo it unless you're okay with having a tattoo on your face that's gray. And that's what happened to me. I got them done. They were really intensely done and they didn't age well. I had to do 3 sessions of laser and get them redone because then when the laser took them off, they turned yellow. So it can be a little bit, you guys see me? It can be a little bit finicky. And I can see why it's so beneficial for so many people, but it can be a slippery slope where you get stuck doing it and then you can't not do it because you'll never look good without it, but it's gonna go gray. So you're gonna have to remove it and redo it. And I've seen it look so harsh on so many women, particularly older women above like 55, 60, 70. It can look really harsh because their features have changed so much, but then they have this really intense gray brow, right? Because it's going to look gray eventually. So those are my thoughts. I love mine. Like, I think they look really good and they help me get ready really fast, but I also know the cons. So I'm aware. So it doesn't, you know, those are my 2 cents on it. Yeah.
How do you decide the color of the brow pencil?
I would go according to your hair color. So I find there's a lot of variables. So I find when you have dark hair, it's typically more flattering to go one shade lighter. So say you have very dark brown hair, you want to go like a nice, rich, medium brown. If you have very light hair, you want to go one shade darker. So if you're a platinum blonde, you're going to want to go into the taupe territory. But I do think that there are exceptions to those rules. Like when you have black hair that's cool toned, I find when you bring the brows too warm and brown, it looks unbalanced. So that's a long answer to a short question there. Okay, let me see those brows. Okay, that looks pretty good. I could perfect this to death, but then we'll be here forever. So maybe we will just stop right now and then we'll see where we go from there after.
So there's a question on some of my brow hairs are thicker black hairs, but I also suffer from over plucking in the 90s. If I need to use brow gel to keep the hairs aligned, do I draw in first and then gel to set? Yes,
100%. That's exactly what you should do. And then if you're using a brow pen, you can go over the pen over the gel. Because then when the gel is there, you can see where there's holes and you can sketch in the holes like what I'm doing right now. But if you're using a soft product like a brow powder or a pencil, you're going to want to do that before using your gel. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know who that was, but I also suffered from over plucking in the 90s. Plus, I used to pluck my eyebrow hairs down, which I don't know if you guys know, but if you pluck your hairs down, they start growing down. So I have a whole bunch of little hairs in this area that grow down. It's a pain in the butt. Anyway, fun fact.
Fun fact. Okay, you guys, this is the new foundation by Hung Van Gogh, and it is phenomenal. Have you guys heard about it? Let me know. Let me know if you've heard about it. I can tell you a little bit about it. So this is a medium to full coverage, natural finish foundation. It has a little bit of a glowy finish to it, but it's not so glowy and wet that you end up looking like an oil slick. But it's also not low coverage. So you can get a lot of coverage while having a really natural finish. Hung actually created this because this is the type of skin he likes giving his celebrity clients on the runway, or not on the runway, on the red carpet. So he created his own foundation so he didn't have to combine a lot of different products to get this finish. And it really is actually beautiful. I have oily skin. I've been using it every day since I got it. I absolutely love it. Less is more. It builds up so beautifully. It looks so natural. It's very long wearing while being still luminous. It's phenomenal. And one other cool thing about it is that all of the tones in this foundation are actually neutral. So what he was saying when he was developing this product is that it's very hard to correct the wrong undertone in a foundation. So it's very hard to correct a cool foundation on a warm skin tone or a warm foundation on a cool skin tone. It's very hard to alter the undertone, but it's very easy to warm up or even cool down a neutral foundation on someone's skin. You can warm up a foundation with bronzer, you can cool it down with cooler setting powders, all of that, right? So he wanted to take the guesswork out of matching your foundation, and he wanted you to just have to worry about the level, how light or dark your skin is without worrying about the undertones. And that's why he created this. And I find it so easy to color match people with it. I find it just like such a universally flattering texture. It's one of my newest favorite foundations on the market. So if you need something new and you're okay with his price point, I'd highly recommend trying it if you like a more natural, luminous finish.
So that's a neutral line, the all new neutral line?
The name of it?
Oh yeah, it's Hung Van Gogh. And the name of it is Red Carpet Luminous Foundation.
How do you think it would work for dry, mature skin?
Oh, you'll love it. You'll absolutely love it. It's crazy how it works for oily like mine and dry. And you guys can see like less is more. You get so much coverage. Even if you look at her skin here, do you see how the finish? I haven't done anything around the eyes yet, but do you see how beautiful that finish is? It's a beautiful foundation. So let's bring it down, right? Like I said before, our face doesn't stop. Well, I guess our face does stop, but our beauty doesn't stop at the jawline. So we just want to always lift and bring down. This becomes more and more important as you get older, because as we get older, all of that hyperpigmentation and stuff's going to start coming out here in the chest. So if you have the face looking flawless, but you have signs of aging on the chest, you'll notice it a lot. That's something I noticed a lot with my.
And if you want to prevent signs of aging on the chest, wear sunscreen.
So that works well, you said, on mature skin, but with texture too, correct?
Oh, you'll love it. Yes, it really is a remarkable new foundation. It's not cheap, you know, Hung Van Gogh isn't cheap, but it's also not crazy luxury. You're not looking at Chanel prices. It's mid-tier Sephora, a little high-end mid-tier Sephora, but it really is a beautiful finish. I think you guys are going to really enjoy it.
Gotcha, you got a comment saying, yeah, but she was beautiful to start with.
Oh, thanks.
You didn't see her when she came over. I'm just kidding.
Gabby, Danielle is curious if it works on fair to light olive skin.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're just going to look for your skin level, not your undertone, okay? So if you are fair, you're going to look for the lighter, like you're going to go down in the numbers. So she's number 12. So you might just have to go down in your number.
It's probably hard for you guys to tell, but I have a lot of yellow in my skin tone.
Yes.
So it can be really hard to match me, and it was pretty easy for you to match with this one.
Took 1 second. I swiped 2 colors and I'm like, oh, this is the one you are. Because I already know, like, levels are easy, undertones are hard. So that's what's so complicated with foundation matching and why you guys struggle so much when you're buying foundations online. I see the comments. A lot of you say that. It's because you don't know, do I go warm? Do I go cool? Sometimes cool's too pink. Sometimes warm's too yellow. Then you have olive. So he just took the guesswork out. He's like, forget it. Everything's neutral. Just find your level. That's it. And then you can alter with bronzer and all the other things. So it's actually a really brilliant concept.
There's a comment that said, you have yet natural. There is a comment that, so if you're bringing it down, how do you stop it from getting all over your clothes?
Okay, so you always want to think about what you're wearing and the neckline of that outfit. So she showed me she's wearing an off-the-shoulder dress that has a low neckline. So when she gets dressed, I'll bring the foundation. I'm actually going to bring it down at the party. But if you're wearing something high, you want to stop a little bit higher, right? At least like an inch from your clothes. And then you want to push and press some powder into it, and that's going to make it not transfer anymore. That's a great question. Okay, so now for concealer, you guys listen up. I just discovered the best new concealer ever for mature skin. I got it sent in PR, and I have so many. I have every concealer on the market. They're all the freaking same. They all have the same issues. I'm obsessed with this one. Not sponsored. Never, ever, ever did any sponsorships for Ilia. This is the Ilia Skin Blur Serum Concealer, and the reason that I love it is because it's not too wet and emollient, so it doesn't go crazy in the fine lines, but it sets and dries down and stays, so you don't really need to powder it, and it's not drying. So it doesn't move around like a slip and slide, but it's also not drying, which is incredible. This is the best my under eyes have ever looked, and it's because of this concealer. So I'm going to start with a deeper tone, which pulls a little peach, just to cancel any of this discoloration here. So we're going to go easy on the concealer, right? Because you know how much concealer is our enemy after 40. We love and hate it. So I'm just going to go right in this area of the eyes that's not very mobile. So do a big smile for me. So if you see, right, all of her mobility is in here. All the fine lines cluster in here. Here in the nose to here, there's not much mobility. So there's not much creasing that's going to happen as the concealer kind of wears out throughout the day. So I'm just getting that hollow, from the hollow to the cheekbone, that demarcation area. We're trying to brighten that up first, but we're doing it with something that is peach and something that matches her skin color. Because if we go too light in this area, when you paint something light on something dark, the dark thing is going to shine through. So you're going to want to think of it like pantyhose, right? You have a bruise on your leg, you put a sheer pantyhose on your bruise, and the bruise turns gray. It's not like it's gone. You can still see it. And concealer is like pantyhose. You can still see through it. It's not opaque, 100% opaque. It has like a sheerness to it. So you need to balance out the purple before you can brighten the purple. And how do we balance it out? We do that with color theory by going in the opposite direction on the color wheel. So if you pull blue, you want to do something orange, like a corrector. But if you want to do less steps, all you need is a concealer that pulls a little warm, and that's the same color as your skin. That's going to neutralize it completely. Okay.
So what shade are you using from Honey Van Gogh on your sister right now?
It's shade number 12.
Sandy, it's shade number 12.
Shade number 12, Sandy. And for the Ilia, we're starting with shade number 15C. C is cool, so it pulls a little bit pinky, which is going to offset that little bit of purpley blue that she has there. But we're going light here.
It might be the angle of the camera, but the one eyebrow is a little bit higher. Is that the left?
Is it over here that you see it?
The left on screen, so I think it would be the other one.
Sometimes what it is too, it's the way that the camera is angled. It's actually like my nemesis on camera. Yeah, it could also be just the camera lens and angle. We'll keep going and then,
We'll check it.
no, it's definitely not intentional. The question is it intentional? But we'll check it again after we've kind of worked everything else out. Something else to keep in mind is that people's faces always have a dominant side and a less dominant side. One side of someone's face is always a bit higher than the others, and that's normal and natural. And if you try to overcorrect that, sometimes you can start getting into territory where things start looking really funny. So just, you know, be mindful of that too. Have you ever noticed one side of your eyes are more open?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
One jaw is lower. My face is very like noticeable. If I look straight on camera, that one side is more dominant than the other.
Yeah, not like
I'll let you guys guess which one it is.
My one ear is like half an inch higher than the other.
Tony has a high ear. Okay.
You got a question on foundation.
Yeah.
So it's difficult finding a Holy Grail foundation that doesn't show fine lines and wrinkles. Do you recommend a budget-friendly option for mature skin?
Yeah, there's the new, I just did a whole video on the best drugstore foundations for mature skin. Did you get a chance to watch that one, Tanya? So there is a new one by Maybelline that is really pretty, that has the same type of more luminous finish that I think you'll really enjoy. It all depends on the amount of coverage that you want and the finish that you want. There's so many great drugstore foundations, but I would go ahead and check that video. I only reviewed 4 foundations, so it's not super overwhelming. I read a lot of reviews from different people. I pulled up creator reels, like other mature beauty creator reels that have reviewed the foundation so that you guys got more of a well-rounded perspective instead of just my perspective. So I would go ahead and watch that video. Maybe we can link it in the pinned comment for you after this live stream is done. Okay, now for contour, I'm actually going to be using this. This is by Rare Beauty. It's the Soulless Liquid Contour. This is a beautiful liquid contour. It's very subtle. It's very easy to use. It blends out like a dream. I'm using Nikki's brush, the N18 for this. I put it on the back of my hand. I pick it up, and then I go right here into her cheekbone, and I stamp and lift.
What was the name of that video, Jen?
It was the best drugstore foundations for mature skin. It was my latest video. It was last week's video. So if you go under videos, it should be the last one that I posted. Hopefully that will help. I know how expensive things can be, and drugstore can be so great. There's so many beautiful drugstore options.
One of the top 2 drugstores for Miss Heather is the Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint and the L'Oreal True Match.
Yes, L'Oreal True Match is that is a staple. That is a classic. So you guys can see that I'm just stamping it out. We still have a lot of luminosity. Now I like to go on top of this with a bronzer. So this is the RMS Beauty bronzer in the shade Tan Lines. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. So this is BK Beauty 107. I'm going to tap that out. And wherever I applied that contour, I'm actually going to go on top of it and set it with this bronzer. This bronzer is beautiful. It's a baked bronzer. So it's actually a baked cream. It's not really a traditional powder. And it goes on with a really nice kind of luminous finish that's not at all sparkly. Rosemary is really fantastic at developing products that look really flattering on mature skin. And this is one of my favorites. Their baked bronzers and blushes are incredible. So
Love both her brush sets.
Ooh, Nikki's brush sets. Yeah, Nikki is incredible. And her brush sets are so good. I use all of them like all the time, all the brushes in both collections. So you guys can see that I'm stamping here to give her a little bit of warmth and color.
I gotta put this one up. I got called a superstar.
You did? Nice.
Thank you, that never happened.
Poor Tony. Yeah, do you guys see that? So if she turn this way, you can see that we're carving out her cheekbone here. Do you see how beautiful that is, you guys? So we're creating dimension and depth. So my sister has a really petite little face and it's a rounder face shape, right? So I'm trying to give her a little bit more dimension and depth by carving out things so that it just doesn't look like a tiny little round face. I love your tiny little round face, no offense.
I'm gonna go home and cry.
Your sister looks amazing already.
So look up for me. So I'm just gonna go in here and buff this out. Now I'm gonna brighten her under eyes a little bit more, but I'm gonna wait to do the shadow work first so that we can see where we need to brighten, because we always want to use as little concealer as we can after the age of
40.
40.
When you apply contour or bronzer, is it at the cheekbone or just below?
I like applying it at the cheekbone personally. I find that it looks more flattering on 90% of women, unless there's a specific face shape that I'm trying to carve out. Sometimes when we apply bronzer or contour too low, we'll hollow out the face, so it will go like that, which is great on someone who's very young and has a lot of fat in the face, right? You can carve out contour, but when you over contour an older face, you can make them look older because as we age, we lose facial fat, right? So I'm trying to create lift and dimension so her face isn't just all round, but I don't want to like lose facial fat because then she's going to look older. I hope that makes
Like
sense.
a cadaver.
Like a cadaver, yeah, that's the problem.
Says, love how her skin is looking.
Yes, her
Very
skin.
youthful, sorry.
Yes, that's because of that foundation.
Carolina, you have a lot more birthday wishes, so happy birthday to
Oh,
you.
thank you guys. You're
From
so
Scotland
sweet.
Also.
Ooh,
Scotland. Ooh.
Scotland. It must be late for you right now. Okay, let me just run here and reset my camera so we don't time out. Okay, you guys, let's start working on the eyes now. Who wants to work on the eyes? So that look that she wanted, her inspo look, it's quite smoky, right? We've got quite a, let's see, there we go. We got a lot of smokiness, a lot of bronziness. So what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to start by creating a base. So I'm going to do Makeup by Mario in the color Chestnut, and we are going to start just by applying a base. Now, in my old life, I used to do concealer from here all the way to here. I've been finding lately with the new trend of makeup being a lot fresher that when we do that, we can start getting a little bit of heaviness in here that doesn't look great over time. So I've been prepping mainly with cream shadows. So just turn towards me. Lift your chin a little. So what I'm going to do is apply a cream shadow here. This is already going to even out her skin tone without needing that heavy layer of concealer. And this Makeup by Mario cream shadow does dry down matte, which is a nice kind of prep product for everything else to go on top of. So I'm just going to drag that out just like in the photo. We want a bit of like an elongated eye. And that's going to prep and set everything. Do you see how nice that is? And we don't need to do an unnecessary layer of concealer.
Gabby, what is Kathy's skin type?
She has, you can answer that.
So I used to have oily skin, but as I aged, it became combination. So I have pretty dry skin here actually now, and then oily in my T-zone.
Yeah. And after we finish the eyes, I'm going to prep, or I'm going to set her skin. We're going to see what's going on. And I'm going to strategically set with a couple of different powders, and you guys are going to be able to see that. So turn this way so they can see.
When you guys were little, did you guys put makeup on each other?
Not really.
We just used to put on plays in our basement for our parents.
Yeah.
Tune into the next live stream when we have it.
Next live stream, you can watch a live episode of Pocahontas.
With our Christmas tree as the forest.
We did do that. We did.
And the cardboard cutout for the canoe.
My dad's over here. My mom's laughing. Oh, and the pom-poms.
The pom-poms were the water.
Oh, yeah. And we had mermaid tails. It was a whole vibe. Remember our mermaid tails?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys can see, right? I'm just leaving this. I'm not bringing it up to the brow bone because we want lightness in here, okay? Let's see. Yeah, perfect. Easy peasy prep. I wanted to love the MBM matte cream shadow, but they were just too drying on my lids, even with proper prep. Yeah, so Mrs. Heather, so I understand, you know why? Because the MAC paint pots are another great prep product, but I do have certain clients where if their skin is too textured, you know, like when it gets really thin and a little bit textured, I do find that a bit too drying too. So you have to go with what works for your skin type and texture. Okay, that's really important. All right, so let's build this out even more. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a fluffy crease brush. We could use, yeah, let's use BK. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with BK 202. And I'm gonna take, let me look at that picture again. Okay, I'm gonna take my Makeup by Mario Master Mattes original palette. So these are the warm tones, not the cool tone palette. And I'm gonna go in, I can see that that picture pulls quite warm. So let's go in with something like, this. This is almost like a red-based brown. And I'm gonna start building out the smoke. So I'm tapping off excess so we don't get too much fallout. We're going to go right in the crease and we're going to just build up. See, I'm working in rounded, almost like a rounded windshield wiper motion. And I'm going all the way into the lash line and all the way into the crease. We're just buffing that out to build up the warmth there. The Makeup by Mario has already done so much of that work for us. And now we can just enhance it.
Have you tried the Armani liquid eyeshadows?
Oh my God, those are my favorite. They're phenomenal. They're incredible. We should have used that today.
What about the About Face?
I have not tried the About Face ones, but the Armani is worth the money. I know it's luxury, but guys, it is absolutely spectacular. Really elevated color stories too.
Oh.
Round of applause for Tony, you guys. Give him some love in the comments.
You got a bunch of July babies. Look.
Oh, do you have a lot of July? Did you know today's my mom's birthday? Mom, you should come in here and say hi.
I can't.
How come?
I'm not dressed up enough.
Oh, Tanya, happy birthday.
No, hers is tomorrow.
Oh, yours is tomorrow. Happy birthday. I wish I was there to do your makeup for you. Oh,
You should come to my party.
Can I go?
Yeah, it's my mom's birthday today, you guys. She's coming in.
Don't look at me, but
Yay! Sorry, I keep looking here. I can see the monitor over here. Tony's on that side today since Lori's off today.
Maria, you got some happy birthdays too?
Open for me?
You got a question on, do you always prefer doing the face makeup before the eyes?
No, actually, okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. 99 in my real life as an artist, 99.99999% of the time I do the eyes first. But I find when I do the eyes first on camera, because the makeup or the face looks a little crazy, like it's uneven and it's like, you know, it's not done. I lose you guys. Like you get lost and you get overwhelmed and you're like, that's too much. And so I feel like I need to perfect the face so that you guys can see it more easily. That's why I did it this way today. If it was just us and we weren't filming, I would do the eyes first. It's easier. There's no cleanup. But I wanted to make sure you guys were along for the ride and didn't get like all confused. Because when you do the eyes first, you have to know what you're going for because it looks really bad before it looks really good. Right?
It's true, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to be able to see you here. Okay, so we've smoked that out. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pencil brush. If you guys don't have a pencil brush, I recommend you get one. This is Refer 3. This is great for smoking out under the eyes. So what I'm going to do again is take my Makeup by Mario Chestnut and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, pick it up with my pencil brush, and we are just going to add the same thing that we did on top underneath to smoke this out. A lot of you guys are really scared to use shadows under the eyes. When you do this, your eyes will look significantly bigger because we are creating more like width here with this shadow illusion.
I literally do this every single day.
Right, even when I just wear mascara, I do this.
Yeah.
And also, when we get older, we get a lot of texture in here. And instead of putting concealer there, which looks really bad, if you throw it in a shadow, it's like gone. You're just throwing it into a shadow. So you can see, look straight into the camera, how her eye looks so much bigger now, just on that one side. And we're gonna pick that up. And we are just going to bring it in there and extend it. Guys, this is fun. I've never done a live makeup tutorial.
You haven't?
No,
Oh.
it's always been in videos.
Maria, you have a lot of happy birthday wishes too.
Well, thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Okay, now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this kind of reddish brown. Be careful with reddish browns under the eyes. They can go south real quick. But because my sister has a mid-tone skin tone, it's not gonna look red on her. It's gonna look like a warm brown. If you have a lighter skin tone than her, I suggest doing something a little more neutral, like in this family. Because if you start getting warm like this, it can make you look like you're sick. There we go. Now, the next thing I'm going to do here for the eyes is I'm going to smoke out the corners a little bit. And the way that I'm going to do that is I'm now going to move into this palette. This is the Yves Saint Laurent Mini Clutch palette in 710. And I'm going to take another crease brush, okay? This is Nikki's N13. I'm going to dip into this tone, and I'm going to add a little bit of depth. So turn this way. Just from the lash line here into the crease. So this is almost like creating a little V here. Do you see that? We're just darkening the lash line and extending it ever so slightly into the crease. And that's going to create a little smoke here, which will be really flattering. Now this would be good to do before you have foundation on, because when you get darker fallout like this, you can wreck the under eyes. But I'm using really moderate amount of product, so it's not so bad. Yeah, that looks nice. Okay, let's do the other side.
So you got a question. If your hair is cool gray, what color of brow pencil should you use?
Cool gray. I would use an ash brown. Yeah, Anastasia Beverly Hills has an ash brown that I think you would really like. Yeah, you want something cool, ashy.
Sandra's birthday is today as well.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Sandra! It's quite the birthday celebration now.
She loves the pencils also.
Oh, thank you so much. We're busting them out right now. We're doing it for the black look that we have for the inspo. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we need to add some highlight to her lid. So I'm gonna highlight with this tone here. You guys see that? It's like a champagne. When we're working with metallics, it's much better to work with your finger. So grab it on your finger, and then we're just gonna pop that right into the center of the lid, just like in that inspo picture. We're just gonna create a little spot of highlight here before we start working with our liners. Now, once we get them on our lid, we can take a flat shader brush. So this one's great for that, 206 by BK. And we can buff and clean up the edges, but we want to pop them on with our finger. You're going to get a better color payoff that way. Another thing that I noticed in her inspo picture is that there was this color as well, kind of mixed in there, which is a little bit more of like a pinky gold. So we can layer our metallics to create like more of a dimensional shape. Yeah, that's gorgeous.
Should you put foundation on your lips while you're doing the rest of it, or should you avoid that area?
On your lips? I wouldn't put foundation on your lips, no. You sometimes we'll do that when we want to block out the natural lip color. Like say someone has a very pigmented lip, and we want to block it out to do our own version of nude, then we do that. But for the most part, I do avoid it because we want to make sure that nothing stays too gunky.
Marcy has a birthday on Monday.
Oh my gosh, so many birthdays. You guys, I wish I could come and do everyone's makeup. Yeah, so now we've kind of built that up. So now we can go in with the pencil. So if you look at our inspo picture again, it's black on the top and the bottom. See that? So it's really pretty smoky. So I'm going to go in, of course, with my Mature Beauty pencils, the best pencils for blending and shading. So we are going to go and open for me. So I'm going to look down. I'm going to tight line first, okay? So I'm going to go in between the lashes to get that nice and dense lash line, okay? And then we're going to go and do the other side.
Sorry, what color are you using?
I'm using black because in the inspo picture, it's black. You can also do this with dark brown. Okay, so now close for me. All right, so we're just going to go in. This whole look is it's quite smoky here. So there is quite a bit of black. So while the pigment is still emollient, we can soften it by shading it out. Okay, I made sure to sharpen my pencil before we went live, just so that we can have it as thin as possible. And then, now this look doesn't have much of a wing, so I'm going to extend it a little bit, but not too much. Open for me. Nice. Okay, so I'm just going to extend this a tiny little bit out here, just to follow her natural shape, but I'm not creating an intentional wing. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, okay, and then we'll do the next side.
You guys, they have a life-sized monkey over there. My dad's holding and clapping his hands. Like,
I feel like we're doing a talent show for mom and dad.
the older version. Sorry, Tony.
Yeah, no. Sandy's son's birthday is tomorrow, so happy birthday to him. She did have a question about, she puts a swipe of foundation across her lips and then a bit of powder on top before she does her lip liner.
Oh, to prevent bleeding, right? Is it to prevent bleeding? Sorry, go ahead. Keep saying, what else did you say?
That was all she said.
Oh, nice,
so we'll
Sandy.
see.
Yeah, that's good for preventing bleeding. That's definitely a good technique for bleeding if you have lip lines. Actually, my mom and I are filming an episode for you guys tomorrow with some tricks that she does.
You are?
We are.
You get invited.
No, you can be in it if you want.
You can be in the audience.
You're the star today, okay? She's the star tomorrow. Okay, so we're also going to do waterline on the inside. So look up for me. So in this look, the waterline was completely filled in. Now, I know this isn't going to be for everyone. This is quite dramatic. Okay, this is going to elongate the eye, but it's also going to shorten the eye, like make it look smaller, but it's also going to make it look sexier. Okay, every time you do a foxy eye like this, it closes the eye up. So if the goal is really super big eyes, I wouldn't do it. But if you want like a really sexy, smoldery, kind of cat eye vibe, then it's a nice technique to do. I do think we need to smoke that bottom a little bit more.
Sandy said yes, so she confirmed what you're asking. Yeah. And a lot of people are liking the pencils. The dark brown is the favorite. So,
oh, guys, that's great. Thank you so much for your support. That means everything to me. I've been filming a lot of tutorials for you. Next week, I'm going to show you a really close-up, detailed smoky winged liner tutorial on myself. That's already been edited. That will go up next Sunday. So this Sunday is going to be the hair video. Next Sunday will be the smoky winged liner video. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that will help you out a lot. Yeah, so that looks really nice so far, right? So pretty. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we're going to add some pretty full lashes. So actually, let's start with some mascara first, and then we can do some lashes and the finishing touches, okay? All right, so look down for me. So I'm going to be using this lash. It's a tubing mascara by Thrive Cosmetics.
That's what I was wearing yesterday.
It's a great mascara. It's a great mascara. So just look down. So we're just going to coat the lashes before I apply these kind of really luxe mink lashes on her. When I'm working with mink lashes, I actually like applying mascara first because I don't want to ruin the mink, because mink lashes are like $50 a pop, right? So if you're using velour lashes or lily lashes that are costing you a lot of money, apply your mascara first and your lashes second, because then when you remove your lashes, they're not gunked up with mascara. Whereas if you do it the other way, you're going to end up with, you know, gunky lashes that you might have to throw out earlier than maybe you want to, especially if you're spending that much money.
Tatcha, did you use the watch, ask Gabby to do your makeup when you guys were really young?
Not when we were really young, but definitely since she became a makeup artist. Actually, she did my makeup for my wedding too.
Yeah.
And then in our 20s, we used to do each other's makeup. And sometimes I look at the photos now and they were horrendous looking.
There's a
I don't know.
learning
Yeah,
curve.
like we used to smoke out like way up to our eyebrow. I swear to God, I was like, what were we doing back then?
I know, it was not a good look. It was not a good look. I don't know what we were doing. I'm going to bring a little bit more of like a darker brown under the eyes.
You had a question on if we finalized the new eyeliner colors.
We have. Are you curious?
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise. Tony's not going to let me tell you. If I was alone, you know I'd tell you. Yeah, we have. We placed an order and everything last week, you guys.
You did?
Yes, I'm really hoping they come in
Exciting.
for Black Friday. I know you guys want them, and it'd be so nice to have them for Christmas. So stay tuned for that. That's a really exciting. The new colors are incredible. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that looks really nice. That's much better. So what I'm doing now, you guys, is I'm just adding more smoke underneath to balance the top. I'm finding the top is smoky, so we need to balance it out. And the black liner, we need to balance it out. So I just went in with a little bit of a darker brown, which is this brown here in that palette. This is a phenomenal palette. If you need a great neutral palette to do lots of looks, I highly recommend getting this one. Yeah, we're just blending that out.
They're asking me to leave the room so you can tell about the colors.
I love you guys so much. If you don't know, so when my sister launched Rich Your Beauty, I came on to do some comments with her because there was just so many comments. And I told her like on a daily basis, I'm like, I love your subscribers so much.
You're the best people in the internet. Like, I'm telling you, you're the best people on the internet. All in one place. Yeah. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate the support so much. And I'm so happy that you love it, because you know how much time and thought I put into those liners, and having the feedback just means so much to me, you know? Okay, so let's get into our lashes. So these are the ones I'm talking about, okay? They are velour lashes. You can get these at Sephora. These are the plant fiber ones, and they are stargazing. That's the name of the style. These are brand new just for you. Yay! So these are going to be a little bit fuller than maybe you guys are used to or comfortable with, but since it's such a glam day, we really wanted to go a little bit fuller. She wears lashes quite well. So when you are applying lashes and you peel them off the base, I like making sure that they're kind of back to the eye shape by twisting the band so that they're not hard. Then I always go from the inside out. I'm going to take this puff off. You guys can't see a darn thing with the puff. Okay, so I go from the inside of the lash out, and I see where it ends, and I count clusters, and that's where I'm going to cut it. Okay, you cannot have your lashes too long, or it's going to make your eyes look like they're drooping down, and it's really, really not nice. It doesn't look good. Okay, so just stay close for me. So I'm just applying them here, and then we're going to see how they look before we put any glue. So open. Okay, so that tells me right away we need to cut more. It's making her eyes drop, so we need to cut a little bit more.
I actually have pretty small eyes.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. They're not small. They're just not like enormous.
Yeah, lengthwise, they're like short. Is that
Yeah.
a thing? Anyway, yeah.
So open. So you can see now that the length is going to be good. So now I can take them. And now, so that I don't have to do all this work again, before gluing it on, I take my second set off. I need my tweezers here. They are here, aren't they? And I'm just going to measure the length. So I'll measure it with the other one, okay? But always make sure you're cutting from the outside in, not from the inside out, because you don't want it to be too long on the inner corner. It's going to look super unnatural. Okay, and then we're cutting. Whoop. All right, and then we can start gluing. Do any of you guys wear lashes? Is it a thing for any of you, or are you more into just mascara?
Fuzz.
A little fuzzy there. Okay, so I'm just going to apply my lash glue, and then we're going to give it a second to set. Okay, you don't want to put your lashes on too soon after you put the glue on the band, or else it's going to slip and slide. It's going to ruin everything. So you got to make sure that it's tacky.
Oh, also just going back to this makeup question, if I asked my sister to do my makeup when she was younger or I was younger. So when you guys say when she was younger, to me, it's like when she was like 16. But I guess, yes, I did, because it's been like 15 plus years that I've been a makeup artist. So yes.
It's been 20 years.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I don't count. 15 and change, okay? I'm 40 and change.
So close for me. All right.
So some people like press-on lashes.
Uh-huh.
That was the comment, sorry.
Some people like press-on lashes. So do you mean like where they're under lashes, going under the eyes? Those are very popular right now.
Do you like those?
I love them.
I don't find they stick on me. I don't know
You're
why.
doing it wrong.
User error.
Yeah, user error for sure. Okay. This glue is not working for me right now. Open. Look up for me.
There is a comment on, I'm afraid of losing my lashes when I'm out in an embarrassing way. Is there any tips for that?
Oh, you just have to get good at gluing them on. Yeah, you shouldn't have like any issues with them coming off once you glue them properly. You might not have enough glue, you know, or you might need the glue to be a bit tackier. Like even now, I just put them on a little bit before they got tacky enough. And now I'm struggling a little bit. I did exactly what I told you guys not to do, because when they're not tacky enough, they don't want to stick. And then it's like a losing battle. Open. Even now it's having a bit of a struggle.
Is there a good brand for
What's going on?
eyelash
Okay.
starters?
Eyelash starters.
People just starting to use them.
Oh.
I find that the under lashes are kind of the best. See, guys, I totally did what I told you not to do. Now I'm having a tough time because the glue is not setting. Hold on a sec. We got to let this set a little bit.
I would say if you're new, to get a clear band instead of like a black band on your lashes.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. A clear band's going to be a lot easier.
And make sure they're not too long.
Yes. And not too winged. I find if they're too winged, that doesn't look great either.
Winged, even if, like, I feel like I'm like a pro lash wearer because I've put on lashes so many times.
Yeah.
But even if you know how to put them on, if it's a super winged lash, it still can look really awkward on the eye.
It can. Yeah.
People, there's some requests for a tutorial.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
I have one from back in the day, you guys. I gotta do a modernized version, like an updated version. So look down instead of, yeah, so I'm just gonna stick this on. Normally I get these on like they're nothing, but there we go, that's better. Yeah, so see guys, the mistake that I just made was exactly what you guys do. I just did not let the glue get tacky enough before applying. Do you see how when I waited longer, how easy it was that time? So always make sure that your glue is tacky. And then I like lifting, okay? So that we don't end up with our lashes too low.
Do you have an under eye brand of eyelashes you'd recommend?
The heck won't this stick? I've never used under lashes, to be honest. That's better. I've never used under lashes. Do you have alopecia? Is that why? Because I know that people with alopecia can use under lashes, but I don't find it looks very natural. So if that's the case, I would almost keep the eyes a little bit more bare or use a shading technique that I showed.
You mean on the under, like here on the?
Oh, under lashes. Oh, I thought
Under
like under the lashes. I thought you meant under lashes, like under here. We use that in theater sometimes. That's why I thought, I'm like, I've never done that in a natural application. Yes, velour. Velour is amazing. They are my favorites. They're expensive, but they look so amazing, you guys. They make your eyes look so beautiful and they look so natural. You can't even tell that you're wearing lashes. Okay. Perfect. So I'm just getting her to look down because that's opening up the space for me. These are being so finicky. It doesn't want to stick to your inner corner.
I think you're just rushing.
Maybe I am rushing.
I wait a long time before I put my lashes on, but
I know. I just don't want you guys to have to sit and watch this forever, but
it's like watching paint dry.
it is like watching paint dry.
Kind of literally.
Actually. See, now that's sticking better. Yeah, normally when it's just us, then we will be chatting away. And I won't be rushing through this. Okay, so that is also giving me problems, but we'll fix that in a sec. Let's let that set for a little bit. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to give her a little bit of cheek color. So one color that I really love is actually by L'Oreal. This is the Lumi liquid blush, the liquid blush. And this is the shade Dewy Coral, Dewy Rich Coral. So again, I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take a brush that I love for liquid blushes, and it is BK 109. So I'm just pressing that, and then look at me. And I'm going to apply it here in the apples, kind of pushing and pressing up. Whenever we do cream products like this on more mature skin, we really get that youthful radiance that younger women have, right? So I always suggest like prioritize. Sorry guys, we timed out. We timed out. There we go.
There's a recommendation for KISS, K-I-S-S, under lash clusters.
Oh, those are great too. Yeah, the Kiss lashes are great too. Thank you for recommending that. Who recommended that?
Juju beans.
Juju Beans, thanks for recommending that. That is a really good one too. Yeah, so see you guys, she has that like very, oh, that looks beautiful. She has that really youthful, dewy glow because of that blush. While we wait, how far do you spend foundation up if you're bald from chemo? Okay, that's a really great question. Are you wearing a head wrap? Or are you just rocking your hair? Because I would bring it up. Say you're wearing a head wrap. Of course, if your wrap ends here, I would bring it and blend it into the head wrap. And then, of course, put your wrap there. Put a little powder so that you don't get your wrap all dirty. If you aren't, you're just rocking your hair as is, I would kind of go up and feather out. So go on up, and then as you start to shear it out so that it just shears into the hairline seamlessly. Kind of like how we do the neck. You know how we bring it down, we shear it out? I would do the same, but moving up. Thank you for asking that question, because I know a lot of people are going through that, and I've never been asked that, and I think it's a really important question. Okay. Nice. How does that feel? Good. Look up for me. So we're just a little stuck here, so we're just going to lift that. Okay, now that I'm looking at her, I think what we can do is we can brighten the under eyes a little bit now, okay? And the way that we're going to do that, we're going to go back to our Ilia concealer. Now, remember how I used the color 15C, which was like a cool tone? Now I'm going to use the color 7C, which is significantly lighter and brighter. And I'm going to just brighten right in here. Because now that the rest of the face is balanced, I can see what we need to lift. And I also want to lift her right here. If you have significant crow's feet, skip this step, please, okay? You do not want to add a lot of brightening concealer to this part of the eye if you have a lot of texture there, or it's going to highlight that. It's also going to crease like crazy, but since she doesn't have that, we can do it. So again, we're using a 506. We're pressing in. We're brightening that area up. See how much of a difference that already made with really brightening the center of the face. And then just turn that way so they can see. And then we're going to lift and brighten.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but we call, I mean, you wouldn't know this, obviously. We call having our makeup done by Gabby getting Gabby. You and my whole friend circle. And my friends don't know that I'm getting Gabbied right now, and they're going to be so mad. We have our rule, like, no one can get Gabbied unless everyone gets Gabbied. But today I'm getting Gabbied.
Oh, that's so funny. When I first heard that, I was like, what are you guys saying right now?
I am mad.
Oh, don't worry, Mama, you're next.
I remember my birthday, didn't have a makeup today.
I know.
Probably joking.
Do you guys think my dad can do her makeover? Did you guys see my dad in the one live stream? He's a scientist. He's with Lab Muffin Beauty Science, debunking science, like debunking beauty science BS. It was very funny. So do you guys see how when I add that lift here, you create this instant kind of, it's not like a winged effect, but it creates a little bit of an eye lift here in the corners. I really like doing this on people who do not have significant lines here. Okay, I really need to emphasize that because if you have lines here and you do this, you're going to be very mad at me because it's going to look really bad. But if you don't have lines here, it really does lift up the eye quite a bit. Oh, Linda, I love getting Gabby too. Linda is one of our channel models, you guys. Thank you for watching, Linda. You are so sweet. Okay, now I think we need to take some of the shine down, okay? So you mentioned that you have oil production here. Where's your oil production?
In the T-zone, usually here.
Okay, so we're gonna use Laura Mercier Translucent, okay? We're gonna take a powder puff, and we are just gonna take this shine down. And it's not even because it doesn't look good now, because it does, but later on, it won't look great because her oil production is gonna come through and it's gonna become too much. So we always want to do makeup for the future, not for the now, okay? So we're just going to roll and we're going to set that. And when I do it this way, I'm really pushing it into the pores so that you're really getting that airbrushed effect. You see how it just totally airbrushed that out? Now I'm going to do the same here in the nose and in the nasolabial because that's where we tend to get creasing when we have oil. And then I'm going to take a little bit more and I'm going to do here on the chin. Now, I'm not going to do it here because she doesn't have oil production there. So we're going to flatten that out without needing to. Now, the one place that we do need to powder that people get scared to powder is under the eyes. Now, you have to powder under the eyes, you guys, because if you don't, you're going to crease. When you put product under the eyes, when it heats up and moves and you have expressions, it's going to crease. So you have to prevent creasing as much as possible, but you don't want it to look dry and flat and cakey. So what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to a translucent powder that has hyaluronic acid. So this is Laura Mercier Ultra Blur. This is a hydrating powder, like a hydro powder instead of a oil absorbing powder. There's a very big difference, okay? They look the same, but the formula is different. If you apply this under the eyes, you might start feeling like you look too dry and cakey and crackly. If you apply this, you're going to set the concealer without having those issues. So now my sister, because she's younger, she's only 44, I can go in with a puff again. I'm going to put it in the back of my hand, really even it out. I'm going to get her to look up. I'm going to even out all of any little discoloration or creasing that she may have just from living her life. The concealer has had enough time to dry down because we've been hanging out and doing other things, right? So it's okay to powder now. When I first put it on, you don't want to powder it because it's going to be gummy because it's not dried down. but it's dried down, so it's kind of in a good spot. And then with the Laura Mercier Ultra Blur, I'm going to go in and very lightly just make sure she's not going to have horrible creasing later on. And then if we feel like we have a little too much, we can just swipe it away. And you can see now that her under eye is pretty much airbrushed, which is great. So we'll pick up a little bit more, put on the back of my hand. We're going to even this out. And then we are just going to set it.
When will your mom's video be ready to watch?
Oh, everyone loves Mom. We're filming it tomorrow, so it's not going to be the next Sunday, but the Sunday after. Yeah, so in 2 weeks, you'll be able to watch my mom's video, and that video is going to be called 5 Makeup Tricks Every Mature Woman Needs According to My Mom. And they're my mom's makeup tricks. So things she's learned along the way. You guys, do you not think my mom needs her own channel?
She's shaking her head no right now.
Okay.
Your
Now,
sister looks fabulous.
oh, thank you.
It's because I got gabbied.
Okay, so for lips, this is a brand new launch. I just picked it up from It Cosmetics. My mom actually really likes this. So this is a 2-in-1. You have your lip liner and your matching like balmy lip stick. It's almost like a satin finish. It's really pretty. So I love that it's a 2-in-1. So we're going to go a little bit more neutral since that inspo picture was neutral. So maybe turn a little more towards. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Cupid's bow and I'm going to just carve that out. We're doing, again, a very natural lip today. This is the shade, in case you guys are wondering. This is the shade Caramel Kiss. Okay, this is a very natural product. It's not too pigmented, which I think a lot of you guys are going to like. And the best part is it's really good for bleeding. So if you have issues with lips bleeding, I do find that this stays put. So that's always a good thing.
Previously, it was taught to set under eyes right after the concealer.
Yeah, so that's a good point. So this is the thing with that. I find if you put your concealer on immediately and you set it, the concealer hasn't had a chance to dry down. The concealer needs to dry down and kind of move where it wants to move. And then you can smooth out the creasing and set it. If you set it too early, because it's so wet, I find that the powder and the creaminess of the concealer, the wetness of the concealer, will turn the concealer into like a gummy mess. So I always find it works significantly better when you set it after you give it a chance to dry down and you smooth out the creases. Do you do that?
I wait too, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to work on evening this out because everyone, like I said, has uneven everything. We're just evening this out and then applying a natural gloss with it. The other side. This will be really pretty finish. That's not too pigmented. Since we have a smoky eye, we want to tone down the lip color a little bit. All right, nice. That looks so nice.
I just bought the lip duo and love it.
Oh, you just bought the It Cosmetics one? Yeah, it's fantastic, right? Isn't it nice? Okay, so I'm still feeling like I'm being fussy now, you guys. Welcome to my life. This is me. My brides were always like, Gabby, I have to walk down the aisle. And I'd be like, we just have 16 more steps. I'm almost done. You've been with me long enough. I'm so glad you guys are still here. Okay, so I just feel like the under eyes are looking a little like they need to be a little bit more blended. So because they are dark, what you can do if this happens to you, you're like, oh, it's a little too dark. Go into a neutral, so like a brown like this. It's a little bit lighter. If you paint right on top, you're going to soften and smoke it. in a way that's going to soften this out a little bit. It's just going to blend it out. You can use lighter shadows on top of darker shadows to soften them out. See, that already like looks significantly better. I already feel better about that. I want smokiness, but I don't want harshness. You know what I mean? So we'll just add that there. And then, of course, we can go in with a little mascara too.
Sorry, can you say what the lipstick was again?
Yeah, it's the brand new IT Cosmetics. Hold on, let's get my dad to read it. Dad, can you read this? Can you tell the people what lipstick this is?
He's bringing the monkey.
Get into frame, Dad. Don't laugh hard, your mascara's gonna run.
IT Cosmetics.
IT Cosmetics.
It Cosmetics.
Are you not paying attention?
It
She
Cosmetics.
said it like 10 times already.
Okay. Good.
What
No,
kind?
what's the color?
Oh,
The
color.
color's on the top of the cap. It's caramel glow. I think.
Oh.
It's, uh,
Oh goodness.
You're not welcome.
yeah, okay, just a minute. Sorry. I don't do this for a living. Color? Where's the color?
It's on the
On the-
cap.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Caramel glow, I think.
Oh.
Oh my
Humble
gosh.
honey.
Humble honey.
Yeah, humble honey.
Oh, wait, that's not the one I used. Sorry. It was Caramel Kisses. It's the IT
I'm trying my best.
Cosmetics. You're fired. You should have known it wasn't
Your
Humble
Your best
Honey.
is not good enough.
Where is it?
We're good. We're good. I got
Okay,
it.
good,
I got
okay.
it. Okay.
Bye.
You guys, my parents live in Edmonton and they are visiting this week. We've been having so much fun together. So they're hanging out in the live stream with me today. Okay, I'm going to add a little tiny bit more of my black to the waterline.
I'm just gonna say thanks, Wanda, for the well wishes
Wanda?
for me.
Oh, yeah, Tony's doing a lot better. Thanks you guys for always checking in on him.
People love the monkey, and the monkey might have to come back for another appearance.
Which monkey?
Which monkey, my dad says. Oh, this looks so good. Okay, do you guys like it? What do you think? Let me know what you think. I have one more step that I think you're gonna love. Yeah, she looks stunning. Ah, so nice. Okay, let's just buff this out a little tiny bit more.
Gorgeous to begin with, but I'm loving the look.
It's a good look. It's still pretty. It's got its dramaticness, but it also has its softness, you know, which is really nice. I'm just gonna bring that out a little.
Is there a lipstick that stays on during the day without having to continuously reapply it throughout the day?
Yes, this one. I have it right here. It's the L'Oreal Infallible. It's a liquid lipstick. Can you see it? Sorry, guys. This one is in the shade Worth It Medium, which is great for my skin tone. But the shade Worth It, if you have lighter skin, like light medium, Worth It is a staple shade in the L'Oreal range. It's phenomenal. You'll put it on as a liquid lipstick. It will be on until the nighttime. So I didn't want to have that vibe with her today. I want a bit of a glossier, more natural vibe. But that's a great product for a long day. Let me just see. Look at me. Let's see. Look at the camera. Nice. Okay. I think we're good. Okay. One other thing I'm going to do, you guys, that brings us home before we're done.
12 more steps.
Only 12 more steps.
It looks great.
Such a simple look. Sometimes I feel like I'll look at my model or my client and I'm like, oh, you need a little more like contour, like we're missing some contour. This is a trick that will do that really quick. So you're going to take a fluffy crease brush. You're going to take a contour that's soft, RMS, tan line, super soft contour, or bronzer, should I say. You're going to swirl. Now you're going to go and you're going to connect that into the crease. That's going to warm up that whole area in a really soft way. See how I'm bringing it out? I'm dragging it out almost into the cheekbone. Okay, then I'm going to take it and I'm going to bring it down the nose. So I'm actually going to connect it down the nose, and I'm going to create this little baby nose effect because my sister has a huge nose, so we really need to contour that.
You're a jerk.
So we're shading and we're connecting. This is such an easy way to contour the nose. That's not super time consuming and complicated and advanced, right? So we're just connecting down. And then I like to round out the little corner here. If you want, you can also even create a little baby button nose effect by shortening it here, but leaving this tip bright. Can you see that? Hopefully you can see that on camera. In real life, you can really see it. Yeah, see that? We made like a little nose effect. Crazy, right? And again, you just buff, connect. If you want to make that even more obvious, for example, I always get this question. When I take pictures for work, I look hideous. And I'm like, listen, work portrait pictures are hideous. The lighting's bad. Like you need to add more contour to your face because it's so flat. That's why you all hate your work pictures, because it's too flat. So a little trick like this will add contour. Now you can take that lighter concealer we use. Remember the Ilio one? If you want to even intensify that a little bit more, if you add light here, you're going to create a little lift, like a nose lift. So if you have a downturned nose, this will help. You can add a little light here. Ooh, messing up your lips. And you can add a little light here, okay? Then all you got to do is take a little brush, and then we're going to blend, blend, blend into the contour, blend, blend, blend. And you're going to get a really nice little tiny button nose effect. And we did it without all of the technicalities of how you normally do a nose contour with cream. Because nose contour with cream is it's a whole more advanced thing. So we just did it in 2 seconds with what we're already using, which is bronzer. Okay, one last step. This is new. This is new and it's very good. This is the One Size Until Dawn setting spray. The One Size Until Dawn setting spray has always been great. It will make your makeup bulletproof. You can like live your best life for 20 hours and your makeup's gonna stay on. It's very good. It's kind of a little bit intense. I warn you, it's like hairspray on your face, but you know, it serves its purpose. They have created a new one with a bronzer. My parents are laughing over there. They created a new one with a bronzer built in. So this one's Cocoa Glow. There's 2 shades, a lighter one and Cocoa Glow. It's very subtle.
Cocoa Glow?
Yeah, Cocoa Glow. It's very subtle, so don't be scared. I was a little bit scared. I'm like, am I going to turn muddy? Am I going to spend an hour doing a client's makeup and then do this and they're going to turn muddy and I'm going to like lose my mind? It's very subtle, so don't be scared. So shake, shake, shake. And then all we're going to do is, ready? This is going to make it last all day. And it's also going to give her a veil of bronziness and a veil of like glowiness. So even if you bring your hair forward.
You're getting a lot of, I want to be gabified.
See?
Come on.
Now you know. Now you know.
You gotta get Gabby.
You gotta get Gabby.
You guys, you're welcome anytime.
So now when you see I tagged my sister and I said I got Gabby, do you know what this means?
You guys, look how beautiful that is. It's so natural and fresh, right? What do you think?
Love it.
Yeah. We'll do a little eyes open, eyes closed. Perfect. And again, this is, if you just happen to tune in, her hair's like this because it's a Mexican themed birthday. Okay, if you just tuned in.
So there is a comment that basically they want to see the full look when you have your dress on also.
I will post pictures for you. I'm sorry.
I was horrified when she said this is all.
She's like, go put on your dress. I was like, oh.
But it looks fantastic.
I'll make a video. I'll twirl in it and everything.
Yeah, that's right. We need that. One other thing we could do to bring the saturation of the lip up a smidge.
She's never done.
Time or step.
I know that the inspo picture, we had a nude lip, and I'm loving that for us. I'm loving it. But sometimes I feel like medium tone skin people need a little bit of saturation. We need like a little punch of saturation. So if you feel that way, you put on a nude lip, you're like, oh, I need it, like it's too washing me out. This isn't washing you out, but you know how I am. So we're gonna add a little bit of gloss that's a slightly more saturated. So this is color Casual. It's MAC Lip Glass. So all this is it has a little bit more of a mauvey, deeper tone. Still quite light. You guys see that okay? It's still quite light, but if we add it, I'll show you right away that it's going to add a slight amount of depth, and the depth will balance out the skin tone a little bit. Sometimes we just need a little bit of depth.
People are loving to hear about this new setting spray.
Oh, it's great, you guys. It's actually great. Go check it out. I bought both colors because I wanted to do a short to see how it would look, like do half my face with one, half my face with the other. And then I just started using it on clients and I never did the short. And now I'm like almost out of it. But it's really nice. And if you look at her skin, like it gives you a very beautiful, almost like you've been to the beach. It gives you this kind of lit from within glow, but it's subtle. It's not, like you don't have to be scared. Don't be scared it's going to mess up your makeup because it won't. Well, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and for hanging out. I will post a picture in the community board today after we get her all dressed up. So if you want to check out the finished final look, go onto the community board and it will be there.
Have a margarita so you can pretend you're at my party.
That's right. Have a margarita. Listen to some salsa.
And the back.
Oh, and we're going to say, monkey's coming.
My makeup!